All right, welcome back. Last time we basically made our way through the nightmare that is the Caria Manor. I believe we basically, I made a lot of proclamations last time that turned out not to be true, but I think we basically cleared the manor. So now you're going to see there's a tower. I think there's 3 towers. There's one over there. And yeah, let's just go left to right. Oh, I forgot, there's a gigantic dragon. You know what? How many souls do I have? I have a lot of souls. This is the wrong time to tackle this, but let's give it a shot. Basically, my curiosity is I talk a lot about over level, over level, over level. At some point, can you start taking on some of the big stuff? Again, I feel like on horseback's really the only way to tackle dragons in this game. Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, I got thrown a little bit because I knew it, whatever, took off. But it seems like it was sort of staggered. It wasn't 100% out the door there. But yeah, so let's check out these towers. I think... So I honestly can't remember if there's one that starts open or if they open... No, okay. Then maybe it's right to left. Let's try that. I'm hearing... hearing one of those like little beetle balls. There it is. I don't know why it's not letting me lock on. If it's just for the blue mana, it's probably not worth it, but just in case. All right, this one's locked as well. Okay, here we go. Let me see which one this is here in a sec. Okay, so it looks like it's the middle one that we were looking for. And I believe this is sort of, there's certain quest lines that can take you through to the ending. I believe this is a big part of the Rani quest line to get one of the endings. It also, I think, is part of how you get to like the Moonlight Greatsword, which is like one of those swords. I don't know if it was inspired by an anime or something like that, but it's a sword that's basically in every single Souls game in some form. It's not always the same in terms of capabilities, but it's, I think, in every single one. I can't confirm Sekiro. I thought there was some form of it in Bloodborne, and it's definitely been in the Souls games themselves. In this one, maybe this is one similarity. In this one, it's a giant two-handed sword. And so you can see here's I don't know if you remember back, the person who gave us access to Torrent. I believe that's who we're talking to here.
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Rena when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
Yeah, I just killed literally everything on my way over here for no particular reason.
No reason in particular, thou claimest. Intriguing. Then mayhaps fate hath steered thee to this reunion.
What I actually think is that means I've missed a trigger to get me here, maybe with Bliad or whatever.
I am the witch Rani. I stole death long ago, and search now for the dark path, that I might one day upend the whole of it, and rid the world of all that came before. Well, has that roused thy interest?
Always, yes. Go for it.
A choice well made. Thou art a rare sword. Not many would have accepted the offer, but I require as much of those under my command. I anticipate good work from thee. Good. Then
Again, it's always good to exhaust dialogue.
There is in my service a half-wolven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same.
So, I guess it's Blythe is pronounced. So I a long number of sessions ago, I was like, there's a wolf around here somewhere. I hear the voice. I couldn't find him. That's who that was. It was Blythe. E.G. is the giant blacksmith on the road south of this manor.
Speak with the three who await. Thou needst not indulge them unduly. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer
I think that's going to be it, but okay.
It hath been a
So the only one we have not... Oh, so we haven't encountered Blythe, but, well, we almost did. And so I guess this is a way to make sure it happens if you missed that earlier, which, it's a little bit more than some Souls games do. Oh, do they just... Okay. I guess they make it so you don't actually have to go...
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Rani has explained everything. Again, I am Iji, the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Rani's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success. My apologies for the misleading words words of warning. I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Rani, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me, my fellow. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Rani. Let us give all together.
So yeah, if you remember, like, he's on the road south of here, and he sort of warns you off, like, hey, that manor up there is heavily trapped, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I guess here's Blythe.
I heard about you. Good to finally meet. Name's Blythe. Sworn sword to Mistress Rani. Glad to have you aboard. Well, getting right to business. I'm situated in Limgrave right now. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there.
So I believe the well is how we originally got to Seofor River. I guess I should...
I'm going below through the well. See if I can't find the road. Don't keep me waiting.
Oh, this is interesting that they put Saluvius here.
I see. You must be Rani's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Saluvis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you. I reside.
I was about to say, it's interesting because he lives right next door.
Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Rani. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady?
That's how I introduce, this type of introduction I make when a new employee shows up at my workplace. I usually wouldn't waste my time with the likes of you, but...
I reside. Come
Okay.
and pay me a visit. Should you? If it were up to... But who...
No! We're blocked. Wait, are we... Did I miss something? Or do I need to go back and talk to Ronnie now that I've spoken to everyone else? It's interesting that they completely lock you out. I just thought it was like a weird glitch, like getting hung up on the geometry or something. Like Torrent was just...
Allow me to forewarn thee. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still, I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise.
So again, as going on with a lot of these games, I don't know how clear you can see it. One of her eyes is closed, if you remember that. The forearm stuff is, you know, whatever, but there's always stuff going on with eyes. Okay, let's see now if it lets us take off. Okay, there we go. That's what it was. Yeah, now Selvius is the rightmost tower. I mean, our left here, but I think there's... If I can get off my horse. Somewhere there is a hidden... Is it this way? Yeah, that's what these messages were for. Not sure what's down here, but... Now, that's interesting. Like, sometimes the people we see sort of bent backwards like that are been hit by the madness, although they're usually sort of covering their eyes. Now, this looks like a developer's message here. Okay, so Celavis looks like he's got some weird stuff going on. Now, we did find someone like this locked under a ruin in one or two other places. I don't know if that's connected. There was one in the initial Weaving Peninsula, and that one was like, you know, seemed like a tortured prisoner. There was another one in like one of the main parts of Limgrave. Anyway, let me just make sure I'm headed the right direction. I want to go to this one. So I'm sort of not sure if there might be two hidden parts to that dungeon. I'll worry about that in a sec. I'm absolutely going to go get this. All right. Again, usually people are pretty good about leaving messages where you need to... Which is, you know, again, one of the amazing things about this series. Like I think I've said before, it sort of gives players a way to... I know the word crowdsource is overused, but to do that and... you know, put it right in the game, you know. Let's see if this will let us in now. No? See, see all the way to the left? I remember that there's one of the towers that it takes a little while to open. And I couldn't tell you what gets it to open. Off the top of my head. Obviously, it looks like the middle one is Rani's tower, Rena, whatever. One of them is Celavis. And I figured his was the one closer to that put the lotion in the basket kind of dungeon going on. But I guess it's this one.
Well, well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to amaze. I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nepheli to administer a potion. Even you can do that much, can't you? Good, good.
Now, I'm wondering if Nepheli was the woman that helped us in Stormvale Castle.
Find Nepheli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon.
Okay, I have a feeling that's gonna do. If he's gonna call me a provincial, then I'm gonna act like it, go through his whole house like a raccoon, and take anything I want. That's usually what you're going to get out of towers like this, you know, another spell slot. All right. Now I don't know where to find Nefeli, and I don't think you have to give her the potion, but okay, so there's a couple things. I think we have access to here, yeah, because I feel like we're able to get there from there, but I don't think we've been to this top part here. So let's take a quick look at the ruins, see if there's a second, because I could have sworn there was. And after that, let's swing around, check around the outside of the manor. It's getting to a tricky point where, not that we've obviously explored everything, but we've explored a lot. And so sometimes there's nothing obvious to go do except bang out something that's the actual way you progress the game, if that makes sense. You know, like the actual main story kind of progression. Which maybe everybody's like, oh, please, God, thank you. You know, finally he's going to go tackle X or Y. But like I said, sort of pretty early on, it's not just a way to overlevel. But, I mean, there is that advantage, which then can make the game easier. And this is one of the few Souls games that really, if not the only one that I've played, that really gives you so much freedom to tackle it any way you want, including overpowering yourself to almost a ludicrous degree at times. But this is the part I enjoyed. And so few games give this to you. All right, so let's check out what's on the other side of the manor. Again, I have no idea where that dragon went. It's like some wolves. Trying to see if there's anything on the rock making it worth dealing with the wolves, but I'm gonna see what happens. I think this might just be refilling mana, which, oh, maybe not. I can't tell if we've seen that kind of scythe creature. Maybe we've seen that before. I can't recall. Still don't have enough for a level, so I'll just press on. I think we're looking at like just over 30. I was talking to Matt. You know, we're doing Black Lodge Trivia Night. He does History on the Table. And he's uncovered maybe the secret to winning this whole damn game. And I haven't gotten to the city yet, but there's a weapon there that blows bubbles that scales with strength dex, which, you know, I'm good, and faith, which I haven't done anything with. So I'm very tempted to get some of that hot bubble action. And so maybe as I go forward, I should sort of get an idea of what that thing needs. I feel like maybe I've sort of set myself up to fail here. Yeah, all these guys are going to come back, but two of them's down. That's not bad. These guys I feel bad murdering. I feel like they've been mistreated. I don't have a beef with them. But then again, they also bleed white milk like the Alien movies, so maybe that's enough in my black and white morality for them to have to go. They cartwheel around like goofy morons, and that's adorable. Oh, there we go. But then you fall down. Now, I think I missed... Larval Tear is always good. I missed... You know, he's pointing up at the Erd tree, I guess. But I missed what it might have said, because I was too busy running around trying not to die, so... Oh, well. But I'll take that Larval Tear. There's a lot of, looks like grave, or is it gravewort? I wonder... You know, I've sort of been blowing through a lot of these grave sites, not wanting to deal with respawning undead. I wonder if it's actually a way to farm low-level gravewort. And I just wasn't paying attention. Huh. Alright, let's come back to that. So it looks like it's one of those boss red wolves surrounded by some white wolf, like sort of alphas. I'm wondering if there's a way... Oh, there's a lot going on up here. Everjails. Again, you see the white mist, that tells you there's something to pick up. Gold is just soul, something I don't think I really paid attention to, but I heard somebody mention it in a video somewhere, and I wish I could. I mean, I'm sure it's been mentioned by multiple people in videos, but I cannot recall specifically which one. Anyway, so strength dex I got, faith. Maybe I'll start putting a little points into faith once I know what the requirements are for that bubble. Let's see what we're dealing with here. The nice thing is if, you know, we got a lot of souls, but if we die, it's easy to get the souls back without too much effort. Okay, I feel like I've fought this in a dungeon before. Definitely goes for it on... Nope, nope. Again, I gotta look up the staggering on this. Like, I know this got nerfed at some point, which I get. But I'm not getting any. Nope, I need to not die here. I mean, obviously it's interrupting him, but it's not dropping him to his knees so I could get a critical hit, which is something that I thought used to happen way more frequently. And again, like, there's been a lot of tweaks and different patches. I beat this pretty early in this game's release, so the patches, probably have changed a lot since then. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let me mark this one down as marker done. All right, now let's see about that wolf. So what I'm going to oh, these guys are back. Okay, so that's kind of a nice touch. They give you the, all clear kind of refill of your stuff right before you deal with this boss. I'm trying to see if I have the range to pick these guys off one by one, which is going to be tedious if then they get stuck behind gravestones. Nope. Okay. Looks like they're reacting to the sound of the arrows, which it's a nice touch, but I need you to turn around. Stop getting stuck behind gravestones. So they're not going to help us. All right. All right, let's see if maybe we can still kite him a little bit. Maybe we just have to get a little closer. This guy seems like he gets it. Oh, no. Headless, you're going to... Okay, it's on. I don't know what I expected. That's Headless doing what Headless is supposed to do, but... Oh, interesting. I thought it was protected by the hill. Clearly not. It's good to know, like, that... Oh. Like, the magic protection might be a good talisman to be wearing here instead of what I'm wearing, which is good for exploring, but not good for... There we go. Get in the fight, Headless. Alright, so my approach to this fight so far has been to mash rolling. I need to get a little more control. Alright, I was about to say, maybe I'm ready for a level, but I don't know if that's actually true. But with some runes, maybe I've got it. Until these guys kill me. All that for a golden rune 3. Although they do have the Michaela's Lily, so maybe that's something. Because again, I don't know what this does. But it must be important because lilies are rare as it is, and these are often in tough to get places, so. So now the question is, have I done it? Have I sort of cleared this whole area? Now I could sort of skirt this cliff edge just to make sure. I could go along the rock wall in case there's a cave. Those are two things I tend to do. We've definitely been down there because I think that's where we got the Hoarfrost Stomp. So I guess the question is, did all these guys respawn when I came out of the jail? Is that what does it? Okay, so I don't see anything here. Let me go check that cliff ahead of us just to make sure there's no caves or anything obvious that might be interesting. It's definitely cool looking. All right, I don't think there's going to be anything, but guess all roads lead to Rome. Back to, so I don't think, I wonder if, I was about to say, I wonder if I have, you know, there's those medallions. And the medallions, the non-hidden ones are one way to get up to, still no 7. The medallions are one way to get up to the Altus Plateau. And we've got the Dectus and the Secret, but I don't know where you get the Dectus right. Got 4 respecs going so far. That's not bad. A lot of cookbooks. But no idea. I mean, obviously we don't need it, but it'd be interesting. I mean, it can't be that hard to... let me rephrase that. It can't be that late in the game to get it because, you know, it's not like the city in its totality is like some end game area. I thought there was a way across this chasm. But maybe not. Oh, there is in the lower area. Okay, so, all right, so I'm going to call this area done. there's this here, which is, you know... So when we beat Stormvale Castle, we had to go to a Divine Tower and cash in the accomplishment to get the next medallion pouch. And I want to say that is here, but I don't know for certain. I don't know where the Academy's tower is. I mean, is that something? Let's take a look real quick. I don't know if I've ever checked out that hilltop. I don't think it's it, though. Let me, as I immediately head off in the wrong direction, let me set a beacon down. I mean, I can almost see it from here. This is not what we're looking for, I don't think. But there is something there that I haven't been to yet. So maybe it's another one of the mage towers that gives you a memory. Now, I'm assuming I haven't been here yet, because if I had, I figured it would have updated the map graphics. Let me just see if I've got a level, how close I am, so I can stop running around like a lunatic. Okay, I can definitely get a grand out of some runes, so let's do that. Then I pick the one that doesn't do it. Okay, let's do that. All right. So what's my faith at? My strength is 24. Faith is a clogged toilet at 8. Well, I'm not there yet, so let's keep doing strength. What's my dex? 40. All right, so let's see what's here. It's going to probably be one of those puzzles where you got to find the ghost turtle dogs to unlock it or something. Seek 3 wise beasts. There's one. It's the sounds of something emerging from the ground. I just don't... Okay. Gonna be ghost zombies here, so let's seek the wise turtle dog by killing it. There's one of these puzzles where the areas that you have to seek the wise beasts can expand, and one of them later in the game, where you, in the area where you get like one of the best ashes of the ghost ashes to help you out, it's like all over the place. And the third one is like hanging from a cliff, like what feels like a mile away. It's... I don't need to kill these guys, but I don't want to be... Wait, do more just keep coming? Because if that's the case, then okay, I'll just ignore them. You know, I should be looking for messages, because... There you go. I was going to say, because they can be very helpful. They don't help me aim, but they do help me. That's 2. So there's a message over there. So let's see if... So it's saying try down for that last one that was below? Or is it trying down? Okay, so we got 2. Probably should get on my horse and get around a little quicker. So it's kind of interesting, like this one is pointing you toward there. What is there? That looks like the 4 belfries, but it's pointing you to the left of that. I wonder what that means. So I guess this is where these things can get a little annoying, because it's like, okay, we got a lot of messages down there. I don't know if it's telling me anything. Let me just go check. I wonder if they call them, so like, I wonder if they call them dogs just because they don't put turtle in the word bank, if that makes any sense. You're trying to put whatever it is into a message, and so this is probably stupid. I'm checking around the base of this place because one of them was down low, so I'm just want to make sure, but all right, well, this is not terribly interesting, so let's see if we can look around the top now. Seek up. There we go. All right, let's pop. Seek your wisdom, dog. I think that's one of those known things about people. Is they have a tendency not to look up for danger or for anything. Let's clear the beacon. Let's get that memory stone. Again, it feels like they learned a lot of good lessons from, assuming Breath of the Wild was out enough before this to influence its design. It's just these little, little puzzles. It's not, it's their first crack at it, so it's not gonna change the world. But all right, so we did that, but that's not what we were looking for. There's also, looks like there's a road down here. Like, I don't know if you know what? So when I was saying, like, can I get up here? Oh, no, that's underneath. Okay. Because I was going to say, this area up here is an area that's very tough to get to, and I'm not sure what it takes. It's sort of locked off, and I keep getting confused thinking, oh, I can just transport there, but that's underneath. And right there, I think, is the Everjail where you get the sort of Tish assassin ashes, and that it's either there or there. It's one of the toughest fights in the game to get it, but if and when you do get it, it's a great ashes or whatever they're called. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I want to get credit for clearing the. I want to get that extra medallion pouch so I can start adding defenses or something to go along with my backstab to refill. Is this even the right one, or am I... This actually might be the wrong one. This is just where you need to do the erudition. So where's the tower? Oh, is this it? This might be it. Can't remember though. Did I cover... Basically, is there anything... Somebody shooting at me? Oh, okay. Maybe I did... Okay, maybe I did cover all of this well enough. Okay, so I'm looking for the other one right over here. Now, I know I didn't explore everything around the base of this tower, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here. And next time we'll check out this tower and or around the base of it and see what's up. All right, thanks again and take care. Bye-bye.